Hello, this is H.C. Bailey, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy IV, The After Years. Since last time, I got 20 Spider Silks, 70 10s, but you could probably get by with 50 of them, and spent the rest of my money on high potions there, so that should do us pretty well for Ceodore's Challenge Dungeon. Essentially the post-game content of the tale. Oh, and by the way, I'm entering the Challenge Dungeon during a new moon, mostly because I just want a phase of the moon that won't kill my attack power. Now, against these guys, they are resistant to lightning, so I want Ceodore to use his Iron Sword against them. Wait for Ceodore to finish that guy off, since he can't one-shot them, but Hooded Man can. And there we go. Yeah, I know, 666 HP. Yeah. Anyway, so we got that out of the way. Let's enter the Challenge Dungeon. Now, if you're playing the Nintendo Wii version of the game, this is not in this game. Or in your version of the game. It's in the PSP version of the game only. Or the cell phone version, for that matter. But anyway, we have a Challenge Dungeon that we can go through here now if you talk to this guy. So, sure, why not? Sounds like a great idea. The reason why they made this, at least from what I've understood, is that once you beat the tail, first let's kill this one. Once you've beaten the tail, we want to use Cross Slash against her, because she has a counterattack. There we go. But yeah, you can see, it only took me 2 hours to get this far into the game, but if you were playing it when it was initially released, you'd have to wait a few weeks before the next tale was, available for download. So, what they did was they created these challenge dungeons to, pass the time until the next one was released. There's some really tough monsters here, usually awesome equipment for you to find in the dungeon as well, so that's pretty nice. And I'll go over that, as we get to it. Now, each challenge dungeon, usually has not only the really challenging enemies, but there's usually a chest at the end of the challenge dungeon, too. Usually, you'll get access to that chest after killing a boss, or solving a puzzle, or something or other like that. Now, there's usually, in the final chest, there's usually a potential list of 10 or 12 rare items, mostly equipment that you can find in there. And the contents of that chest are generated upon entry into the dungeon, just like the Lunar Ruins in the original game there. Wow, nice shooting there, Tex. Let's wait for it. There we go. I think Ceodore, or not. You suck, Ceodore. No wonder everyone's telling you to run away. Ooh, we learned Float. Nice. Let's see. Do that. Yeah, you want to try and keep everyone at or close to max. Remember this spot for later, because I'm going to come back there off screen. Now let's see. I believe if we go here... Let's see. Almost. There we go. Got it. Okay. Game. Now against these guys, they will counterattack with some re-raise ability that restores their HP. And if you don't kill them quickly enough, they'll run away. So what you want to do against these guys, if you really want to kill them, is use Cross Slash on them. And that will allow you to one-shot them and kill them before they can run away or heal themselves. The reason why I did that is because, look at that experience. So, we're gaining levels like mad in here. So, I really like that. Got a great bow there. It's not so great. But anyway, there's one more thing. Yes, okay, if I'm going the right way. Okay, there we go. Now, with the final chest in the challenge dungeons, you want to use Cross Slash against these guys or they'll kill you in one hit. Or with a counterattack. And if you run out of MP, don't worry about it. Just stop fighting them. Yes! I survived! Woo! Alright. But yeah, in the PSP version of the game, the really nice thing about it is that the rare items you can get at the end are not so rare. The drawback is that you can only get those items once, and then that's it. In the Nintendo Wii version, once you got all the potential rare items, the list would recycle and you could get them again. And from what I heard, there's ways of manipulating the RNG in the Nintendo Wii version of the game that would allow you to get the rare items from the chest more commonly, but I don't know how to do that, so I'm not going to go over that. But yeah, the rare items are a lot more rare in the Nintendo Wii version of the game, so that may be something to consider when determining what version of the game you really want to play. But obviously, that doesn't apply here. The rare items are much more common, thank goodness. So, alright, for defeating her, we get a Mythril Sword. Alright. Let's give that to Ceodore there, because it's still, well, it's only a little stronger for him, but Ceodore could really use the attack power. And yeah, we're good. So I'll just meet you back at where I told you I would, at the entrance to the secret passage. Okay, we're back. No more treasures on this floor, so we'll just move along then. These treasure chests do not respawn. By the way, I mean, well, maybe that should be obvious, but there are some challenge dungeons, particularly later in the game or other tales, where they will respawn, but this dungeon, no, that doesn't happen. And I'm just using high potions just to save time a little bit on major healing that I need to do, so. Uh-oh, Steel Golem. Yeah, run. Do I have an alarm clock? Well, if I do, I'm not using it now. No, I don't think I had one to cure that, so, yeah. If I had a fair fight, I might have. Feel no shame at all about running from battles if you're getting your ass kicked, because the first time you go through, yeah, you're probably going to get your ass kicked until you get a lot of levels. Particularly watch out for Scoldgers. Holy cow, those guys will kill you. Unless you get a really good jump on them, which sometimes happens, but not often. So yeah, stay at max at the final floor here. Well, technically it's not the final floor, but, well, you'll see. Yeah. Run! Run! Get out of there! Yeah, that didn't work out so well. I could use high potions against them to damage them, but yeah, they're just way too hard to beat at this point. So, yeah, don't worry about it. We're gaining plenty of levels as we're going through a secret passage. Let's see here. I don't quite know where all the secret passages are exactly. Ah, there we go. Well, easy enough. Now let's see, with these guys, let's see, the yellow ones, I forget which one that is. Okay, the armadillos, let the hooded man kill because he has more attack power, and Ceodore can one-shot the other guy, and then we're in pretty good shape. This guy does have a counterattack, but nothing I'm extraordinarily worried about, so. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Now, in the PSP version of the game, they introduced some new enemies to the challenge dungeons that were not in the Nintendo Wii version of the game. If I'm not mistaken, the Noctiluna is the one for this challenge dungeon. Although, well, you didn't have this challenge dungeon in the Nintendo Wii version, but I assume it's new from the cell phone version of the game, although I wouldn't know. Not that we can play it on the cell phone in my country, that's only in Japan, so, oh well. But anyway, we're almost done with the challenge dungeon here. And I'm out of MP. I can't kill her now. Oh well. Well, I could, but it would be annoying. And I've already got all the MP I need. It would be very nice if the hooded man would have 56 MP by the time you get done here. Okay, good. We made it. Alright. Let's see. First things first. Set the battle speed to minimum. Well, wait a minute. Not yet. Hold on. First things first, we want to use a tent. I want to make it into a waxing moon for fighting the boss, again, because it's another phase of the moon where your attack power is not increased or decreased, so it won't hurt either of you. Yeah, run. I was going to run from it even if it weren't them, but especially because it's them. Guess who that guy is? Okay, battle speed to minimum, cursor to keep, put everyone in the back row there. For boss time! Now, against this guy, first things first, we want to use a Spider Silk on him. One thing about the after years compared to the original Final Fantasy IV is that slow does not stack anymore. So the Spider Silk and the slow spell, they're effectively the same thing now, unlike the original version. So once you've gotten him slowed, have everyone defend, stay in the back row there. Once he gets up to the front here, then he will attack 3 times, and then you should be good. Swap rows, come up to the front row. Now, start using your cross slash and spam auto battle. With the cursor set to keep, you will just spam that over and over and over again. Let's go ban, cross slash, there we go. And then you should be good. But once he's finished his assault, he's just going to sit on his ass for a while, allowing you to have pretty much free reign at him. Oh crap. Get one more, and you want to get 4 of these in on him. Okay, now we want to switch rows again, if I can survive, and then pretty much rinse and repeat. One more round of this should do the trick. Let's see, defend, okay, we're good. We should be able to survive for the remainder of the battle now without any more healing. So that's basically what you want to do. Just slow him down with one of those Spider Silks, defend, then just wait for him to assault, go back to the front row, and then you're in pretty good shape. As long as we survive. Okay, we're good. Get to Ceodore's turn, let him swap rows, while I have Hooded Man use the cross slash because he has more speed, so he's the one who's going to be selecting the commands if you're on auto battle there. And then usually it'll take about 7 or 8 cross slashes to be able to kill him, which is why I want to have at least 56 MP for the Hooded Man. That's why you want to give him the Soma Drop there. And I should be able to get in one more before he can attack me. And that should kill him. Yes! Alright, got him. Barely had enough for that, but we got it. Alright. So basically what you do is once you defeat the boss, you get a rare treasure. Usually, not always. You might get a high or X potion. But basically what you're supposed to do is raid the dungeon over and over and over again until you get all the rare treasures from it. I'm going to list them in the video description there. And you know what? I want to show you what it's like fighting the boss after looting most or all the treasures from the challenge dungeon. So I'm going to take care of that off screen, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. I've pretty much fully looted the challenge dungeon except for the second Mythril Sword, but we already found one in the dungeon there. So here's my final setup, and I got really lucky actually and won a pair of Giant's Gloves from the boss there. It's pretty rare in the original Final Fantasy IV, but it seems to be much more common in the after years. I've always gotten like a pair or 2 of them over the course of the game there, so that's pretty nice. As you can see, I've also gotten up to level 37 after having fully looted the challenge dungeon. I'm not going to get up to the cap, though. For boss time! Speaking of the cap, I forgot to mention, each tail of the game has a level cap to it. And in this one, it's level 50. Most of them, it's level 40. There's exceptions to certain tails. But that's essentially how it works. Usually, if you fully raid a challenge dungeon, you'll get your characters to the level cap if you fight all the enemies along the way. But I'm not going to grind anymore. No. If you're at least level 30, you should be fine. Even if you don't want to fully loot the challenge dungeon. Just get up to level 30, you'll be fine. I would strongly recommend... Okay, there we go. Swap rows. I would strongly recommend at least getting the Adamantite from the challenge dungeon, because that'll carry over into another tail later. So let's see, once we do that, bam. Okay, we should be good now. If you win the Lustful Lali-ho, if you know what I mean, viewers, do not read it. Save that. That will be useful again later. so just so you know. This is not the end of the game, by the way, just so you know. But yeah, look at that damage that we can deal to him now. We can kill him before he gets to his next phase 4. Or we can do that. Why not? But alright, we got him. And if I'm lucky enough, I might get that second Mythril Sword. Or an X Potion. Yeah, sometimes you'll not get the rare item. You'll get a common item, which in this case is usually an X Potion. So, oh well. But anyway, we're basically done here. So, let's get out of here. Or I could kill these two real quick. Oh, right, we're still on memory. Or the keep command. Whatever, I was like, why didn't I just auto-attack them? Oh, right, we're in the back row. Why didn't I kill her? I ought to... would have been nice if I got a Lilith's Rod, but oh well. Okay, yeah, let's turn everything back to normal there. Okay, so, once you're done with a tale or a challenge dungeon, or however you want to play your game. Okay, first things first, let's use a tent there. Now, you absolutely want to save your post-game file. Do not overwrite it. They give you plenty of save slots, so you should not have a problem with that. What will happen is, just like in Dragon Warrior 4, when... Actually, I don't want to save there. Well, whatever. But once you're done with all the normal tales, just like Dragon Quest 4, you will import all of the previous tales into the final tale there. And although in this case this tale is an exception, Ceodore's tale will be imported into Kane's tale, unlike the Nintendo Wii version, where you just continue straight on from there. So the adventure is not over for Ceodore. But what happened to the Eidolons back at the Feymark there? Find out next time on Let's Play Final Fantasy IV: The After Years in Rydia's Tale. This is H.C. Bailey, signing off. Have a good day, if I can ever get out of my menu.